Hi, welcome to God Stories, episode 10. I'm Dr. Debbie with Veterinary Home Healthcare, and I wanted to bring up a house call I had last week, and it was for a euthanasia, and those are always sad. But this one was a client of mine, and their granddaughter was there, and she was 12, and the dog was almost 12. Their dog was in kidney failure, and so basically this granddaughter has known this dog always. And I could tell she was really upset. Everybody's upset at euthanasias, and especially children, but I could tell it was a different kind of upset. So before we got started, I talked to him about everything, asked her if she had questions, and she didn't, but I could still tell something wasn't right. So I stopped and I said, hang on just a second. And I went and got my phone and I read to her Isaiah 11. And in Isaiah 11, I just read that to her. You can read it. And so she said, thank you, because there was someone that she had looked up to that had told her dog would not be going to heaven, that was just going to be the end. So we went through a little bit of sharing some scripture with her. And I remember Jessica at the end said, simple question, what's Jesus coming back on? Yeah, white horse. Where do you think that white horse is? So I wanted to share a couple of scriptures with you that you may not have thought of, and I'm going to read it so I don't misquote it, because I always do the Debbie paraphrase. But in Revelations 5:13 it says, and every creature which is in heaven and on the earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying, which John wrote this, blessing and honor and glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb forever and ever. Every creature which is in heaven, which also brings up another point, which I told this young lady. If you're studying this, which I encourage you to do, don't look up animal. You won't find animal. You need to look up creature, beast, everything that has breath, every living thing. You will find all of those things in the Word, but you won't find animal. And then I want to give you one more scripture, just a short one, Job 12:10, where he talks about in whose hand is the soul of every living thing. So, I could give you a bunch of scriptures, but in fact, I am going to be doing a course coming up on how to assess quality of life, and is my animal going to heaven, and end of life care, is my dog in pain. So be watching for that. That will be in the next 2 weeks. I'll be offering that course. So anyways, I would like you to look for yourself, not even trust me, just look in the Word and look up those words: creature, living thing, everything that has breath, beast. Those things are in there, and there are promises about animals in the Bible. So I don't want anyone to have to go through what this sweet young girl was going through. So I wanted to bring this to your attention, and you can pray for this family. And when we left, I think she felt much better. And we encouraged her to look in the Word, that she would be comforted with that. Isn't that what God does with His Word? He comforts us with that. Euthanasia means beautiful death, and it can be that. You still have to go through the grief. You still have to grieve the loss, but it can be that. Thank you for listening.